And one show that sticks out in my mind the most is one time you talked about following your passions and living your dreams. In this particular show, you said, whatever you think about when you wake up in the morning, that's what you were born to do. That's what you should do. Goals. Those steps we take to bring our destiny closer to where we are standing. Dreams. Those quiet thoughts of who we are becoming and the hope of where we see ourselves in the future. Shamir. Raylisha, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking.
Talk to me about your ideas of how music has shaped or impacted our culture in the ways that you think it has.
Going into the 80s, a lot of punk rock, a lot of techno type of styles. We saw, the big shoulder pads and those things, and now we're again seeing those emerge on the scene here in 2000. So there's some more evidence of that reaching back and digging through the old things that worked in the culture and bringing them forth.
Let me ask you, was there a particular genre of music that you felt had more of an influence than another?
If I'd have to choose one, I'd definitely say the 60s, and I believe the 60s because, again, that was the explosion of Motown. Prior to that, a lot of the previous artists who were mainstream there was one sound. I think not only for Motown type artists, not only for R&B music, but coming from the 60s, by the end of that decade, we exploded into so many different genres of rock music. You got your classical and your soft rock.
Yes.
I think that probably may have been the emergence of alternative music, although we didn't naturally see alternative music until some 30, 40 years later. I think that's where the basis of it came from.
And I think that you've done an outstanding job with pointing out some of the cornerstones and some of the very basic, I think, foundation type impacts that music had. So thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after these commercial messages. Music. She sang to me with a mouth as wide as the ocean. She reached down with the fingers of her lyrics and touched my very soul. She brought me to the shore of explanation, or maybe she even held me cradled like a lullaby in the middle of the night.